everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you don't already subscribe, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below because it really does help a lot. Today we are going to be doing the 10 best tips and tricks on how to save money at Disneyland, California. My first big tip is to stay off-site of the Disneyland Resort. I know the Disneyland Resort is very lavish and very awesome to stay at, and it's just a completely different experience. However, you will save a ton of money if you stay off-site at either one of the Hiltons down the street. They have a Ramada Main Gate, they have Four Seasons, they have a ton of motels down the street that have really awesome deals throughout the year that will just make your experience even better because you can walk to the park, you don't have to drive. They have complimentary breakfast. Throughout the year, during off-season and on-season times, a lot of the hotels and motels around the area will have certain deals that you can look up online that will be cheaper for 3-day, 4-day trips to Disneyland if you live farther away. And if you live closer, just, you know, a 1-night, 2-night kind of thing, they have deals and little packages like that all the time. Number 2 is use Etsy to your advantage. Now, Etsy is an homemade artist and entrepreneur website that people make their own brands, make their own companies, bracelets, jewelry, bunch of different Disney merchandise for way cheaper than the Disney merchandise that are at the Disney parks. Now, usually when I go, I get my ears there, I get my light up toys there, and everything you can possibly think of, because ultimately it will save you a ton of money than buying merchandise and ears on site at the Disney parks. Number 3 is to set a budget and keep to your budget and set sub-budgets for each area that you want to spend at. For example, a good budget to have for food is $20 to $30 per person because Disney meals can range anywhere from $10 to about $16, $17 depending on where you go. And snacks usually range anywhere from $3 to $8, so having a good budget is always key. A good budget to set for your family for merchandise is either limit everyone in your family to one piece of merchandise or give about $60 to $70 per person. And I know that sounds like a lot, you guys, but if you really think about it, each shirt at Disneyland is anywhere from $40 to $60. So you're really not spending that much if you want just one piece of merchandise. Ears range anywhere from $14 to $25 depending on how new they are, how old they are. So use that to your advantage. Tip number 4 is to bring your own stroller, you guys, because Disneyland will provide you a stroller if you need it, but it does cost a lot of money. Just make sure before you bring a stroller to make sure it is under the guidelines that is set on the website, because Disney now has newer guidelines of how big and small your stroller can be due to crowd congestion and keeping the lines moving smoothly. Number 5 is get multi-day discounted tickets when you can. So for example, people who live in Southern California can get what's called a SoCal pass, basically for 3 days. And any 3 days you want in between the months of, I think it's March through June or March through July, you get one magic morning included in that, which a magic morning is basically when you go into the park an hour before opening, and Disneyland opens parts of the park for you guys to ride and for you guys to have a good time before, you know, the crowds get really busy and it gets really intense. If you and your family are also planning on going for more than 2 days, so let's say you're going for 3 days, I would get the 3-day park hopper ticket because it is about $118 a day for a park hopper ticket rather than the regular single day price, which is about $124, $125. And if you are going for 2 days only, I would honestly skip the park hopper, do a single park ticket because it is cheaper, and you can go 1 day with one park, 1 day with the other park. You still get the same magic and you still get the same experience for each park, just 2 different days. Number 6 is to invest in a Max Pass if you plan on getting the Photo Pass photos done. Around Disneyland and around the different sites, they have photographers, professional photographers taking photos of people at different really well-known sites. So the castle, for instance, with characters, stuff like that. Each photo costs money, but if you get a Max Pass with your ticket, which is about $15 to $20 extra, you do get all of the passes and all of the photos loaded on for free onto your phone or device on your My Disneyland app. Another thing that is good, if you do not want to spend the money on the Photo Pass, Max Pass ticket, I would ask the Photo Pass people to take a photo of you guys on your device. Any device photo, camera, phone, anything like that. they'll be happy to always take a photo on your personal device. However, you have to be aware, if they aren't super familiar with the type of camera, if they aren't super familiar with that type of phone, the camera quality and the photo might not always turn out the way you want it to, because if they take it and they don't know the settings of the phone or they don't know the settings of the camera properly, the photos can always be a little bit dicey, but just stick with it. My next tip is that if you live close or semi-close to the area, basically anywhere on the West Coast, and you go multiple times a year to Disneyland, I would really seriously invest in getting a Flex Pass, which is a 30-day ahead of time reservation pass, but it is the cheapest out of all the passes, and there are very little blackout dates, only during really busy on-season times. It's a very good use of your money if you go multiple times a year, because even getting the Flex Pass and going twice a year, that pays it off right there. My tip number 8 is to buy on value days, you guys. Value days are Wednesdays and Thursdays, and usually tickets will be about $10 to $15 cheaper on those days, rather than going, you know, on a weekend or on a Friday, which are always going to be busier times and are always going to be more crowded, and the park is going to fill up a lot faster. Therefore, the tickets are going to be more expensive. Tip number 9 is bring your own food, bring your own drinks, bring your own snacks, lunches, dinners, any food you can, they will let into the park. They do check your bags at the entrance, but they will let you bring food and drinks into the park. Probably the best thing to do is to bring, you know, a cooler, a lunch box, put it in your stroller if you have one, and carry it around with you with snacks, maybe some lunch, maybe some dinner, or maybe bring one meal and then invest in another meal on property. It just depends on what your preferences are. Personally, I love bringing food into the park so I don't have to spend the money, and if I want to spend the money, I can spend the money on something like a churro or like a Dole Whip, you know, something that is more of a sweet and more of a treat at Disneyland rather than paying for a bunch of meals. My last and final tip for you guys is to bring a reusable water bottle, and I cannot stress this one enough. If you bring a reusable water bottle, you are first of all saving the environment from bringing plastic water bottles or buying plastic water bottles. Second, it costs a lot of money just to buy one water bottle on Disney property. The upside to that is if you bring a reusable water bottle at all Disney food and beverage locations, except for some carts, they have free cups of ice water. So what you can do is you can bring a reusable water bottle into the park, drink it for the day, and then you can refill it for free, and you can go up to like the Jolly Holiday, or you can go up to Pizza Planet, and you can ask them if you can have a cup of water, and they will give you a free cup of ice water, as many as you ask for, as many as you want. So I really would invest in bringing a reusable water bottle and keeping it on you all the time so you can refill it with those free cups of water. Alright you guys, so that is going to wrap up today's video. I really hope you enjoyed watching, and if you didn't already, give this video a big thumbs up because it really does help me and my channel. Also, if you have not subscribed already and you really like this content and you want to see more of it, please subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on so I can know what you like and what you don't like. Guys, leave a comment down below and tell me what your favorite Disneyland ride is, and if you like this content or not, so I can improve and talk what you guys want to talk about and stay relevant with you guys. As of right now, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye now. Number 5. Money-saving hack is for Disneyland. No, I don't like that.